I mean, really, I should be quite bummed because my whole blog for yesterday, is on the hard drive that won't mount and it's kind of inaccessible. But I've still got the shots. I can put together the whole thing again. I gotta be positive because I was really quite bummed when I woke up this morning. I was thinking I was getting sick again, but maybe not. Maybe that was just a little blip. We'll have to see what happens. And this blog is going to be rebuilt from scratch. Really, it's kind of amazing how superstitious I get when things go badly. I mean, I'm a pretty scientific guy, but I come up with all kinds of ideas about what went wrong. One of them is that when I was quoting Isaac Arthur, I quoted like 5 seconds of his blog called Reclaim the Deserts. But now I'm just showing this one frame. That will probably be enough. I mean, these things, like when we talk about solar desalination, like we look at Sundrop Farms and Sarah Forest Project, and they're using pretty complicated CSP rigs, like solar catchment systems that, desalinate the water by evaporating. But this is just a super simple solution, and like the water runs on gutters on the sides, fresh water is condensed and caught in those gutters. I mean, there should be a ton of these in California. But I don't know, it's not a known fact yet. But yeah. The other thing that Isaac Arthur does is he points to real engineering. Their beats on the deserts and the Sahara and the Australian outback. I mean, all this stuff goes back to a paper I'll go to next. Probably everybody from NASA, etc., has been quoting this one paper. But anyway, let's look at real engineering stuff.
We aren't making significant decreases in carbon dioxide emissions. We've only really leveled out, which is not good enough. So if we aren't making a difference by reducing emissions, maybe we can reverse climate change. Maybe we can engineer our climate. And there has been multiple suggested methods of doing that. In this new video series, we're going to explain how several geoengineering methods intend to work and their potential impact on the world's climate. The first plan we will examine is afforestation. Afforestation is pretty self-explanatory. Plant trees, allow them to grow, and store carbon in their wood. The problem we run into is finding large enough spaces to plant forests that would have a significant impact on the climate and that would not negatively affect the economies of the countries employing the method. Taking land that could be used for agriculture just isn't a realistic solution. No one is going to agree to it. Our options are limited, but we happen to have huge expanses of land on Earth that are not being used for anything productive. Deserts. Now I know what you're thinking. Deserts are not the best place for growing anything, but with water desalination technology rapidly advancing, this isn't as far-fetched as it may seem. We are going to examine the feasibility and effect of afforestation in the two largest subtropical deserts in the world, the Sahara and the Australian outback. These are the perfect candidates for afforestation. Neither have large competing human populations, agricultural activity, or large natural animal and plant populations. Conveniently, they are also in the subtropical zones where a 12-month growth cycle is possible, maximising our carbon capture potential. To maximise our potential further, we need to pick a suitable tree. The tree we choose will need to be suited to this climate, be evergreen, grow rapidly, and be useful as a commercial resource. The Australian Eucalyptus grandis will be the candidate for this study, which also comes with the added benefit of being a habitat for these cute little shits. Before even bothering to worry about how this would be done, let's first see if it's worth being done. Let's first look at the Sahara as an example. Ultimately, we are trying to sequester atmospheric carbon dioxide by storing it in wood. Every 10,000 square meters could hold about 1,000 trees, and taking this patch of the Sahara between the 16 degree and 50 degree longitudes, we have about 9,800 billion square meters of land. Ignoring land needed for infrastructure, that's about 980 billion trees. Planting a forest of this size would increase the world population of trees by 33%. That's a lot of trees. Estimates show that this would capture between 6 and 12 gigatons of carbon per year for about a century.
I'll put the link to that movie and Isaac Arthur's movie Reclaiming the Deserts in after this show. The eucalyptus tree isn't an evergreen. It's deciduous as far as I know. And so referring to it as evergreen is probably wrong. But he's slightly wrong sometimes. He's just come up with some thoughts on the topic. I mean, at the end of his blog, he points to this paper, which is next one we'll look at. Yeah, this is a paper. Irrigate afforestation of the Sahara and the Australian outback to end global warming. I think Charlie Payton's quote is really about this, and all the other stuff kind of is about it too. I wonder if anyone rich is taking this seriously.